So welcome to the second in our series of demos for the temporal online learning module. This is Richard from Intelligent Advisor Consulting, IT Consulting. Really the idea behind this video is very simple. To help you understand that in reality everything you do in Intelligent Advisor is temporal or isn't temporal. There is no question about is what I've done temporally capable or not. Everything is essentially dealt with temporal reasoning in Intelligent Advisor. And for this, we're going to do a very simple demo. We're going to go over here and take a look at this rule. This is a project with only a couple of attributes in it. You'll see them straight away. Let's zoom in a bit. The amount of benefit received per day equals the number of children multiplied by the benefit amount. So if I have 2 children and the benefit amount is 10, I will receive 20 currency units in benefit. Simple as that. So let's debug. I'll make this full screen so it's easier to see. I'll reset everything and I'll go to the data tab because it's actually easier to do this in the data tab for the time being. The number of children, I'll enter 2, the benefit amount, 15. Therefore, the amount of benefit received per day is 30. So my rule is a typical, simple, numeric rule making a calculation to assign a value to the amount of benefit. So now let's decide that we need to make this temporal because obviously the number of children you have can change over time. So I'll say that actually I started off with 0 children and then I had a first child back in October and I'll say then the value was 1. I'll add another one and we'll make that November the 7th, the value was 2, and let's say that starting today, the value was 3. So now we have a temporal number of children, which means, by definition, the amount of benefit has gone temporal because clearly the amount of benefit received is when I had no children, I didn't receive anything at all. And then you'll watch it go up and up and up. Benefit amount is 15. So first child was 15. From this date, I received 30. From this date, I received 45. So let's take it a step further and say, well, that's great, but the benefit amount also changed. The benefit amount was 15 currency units, but actually starting in end of November, it went up to 17 currency units. Which means, of course, that the initial values were the same, but then they started to grow because not only did the number of children grow, but also the number of the amount of benefit grew as well. So in this case, I have now 2 temporal attributes in my rule. And because I have the 2 input elements that are temporal, well, of course, my output is temporal as well. So now I have basically the number of children, the amount of benefit, and let's put them all in temporal. There they are. Everything is temporal now in my project. And I didn't have to do anything other than provide change points. That's the whole idea, is that a rule should behave just as you'd expect it to behave, whether you are writing things with change points and temporal data or simply with static values.